Lordy.
Right? It's 4 o'clock. So we're here. Welcome to CellarPassTV live here at Hall Wines in St. Helena, and thank you so much for joining us today. We are joined by the legendary Marko Karakasevic of Charbay Winery Distillery.
Hello,
and
everybody.
Of course, we have the always engaging Joel Quigley from Jessup Cellars.
How are you?
Just a few minutes, we will be sipping some fine beverages from Charbay, and we're going to find out when Marko discovered he could really rock the conga drums. But first, what's going on here in wine country? Well, the temps have been soaring into the triple digits, and auction Napa Valley just wrapped up, so it must be summertime. And rumor has it, harvest might be early this year, but anything can happen, so it's really just gonna have to wait to find out. What's going on this weekend? We've got some great stuff going on this weekend. Saturday the 14th, there's the Summer Music Series at B.R. Cone Winery. It kicks off. Definitely want to check that out. And Jay has their Vineyards and Winery Dinner Series also starting. And then on Sunday the 15th, we've got a barbecue and a vineyard tour at the Lava Cap Winery in Placerville, and that's going to be a lot of fun. We've also got a few other things going on. You've got the save the date for the Catherine Hall release party. It's the first ever daytime event, and it's for September 13th. And if you get your tickets now, there's an early bird special up on CellarPass. And of course, Joel will be telling us all about Dress to the Vines 2 in just a little bit. And of course, you can check out all these events and get your tickets at CellarPass.com. Now, on to the man who had perfect attendance in school and also 13th-generation master distiller.
That is right.
That is right. Marko Karakasevic from Charbay. Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
You're welcome. What
Hello,
are you pouring?
everybody. We're having some port right now.
Excellent.
Because it's 4 o'clock.
It's 4 o'clock somewhere.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers at home.
Wish you could have some too. Maybe you have some to have with us as well.
Well,
But,
if they got onto CellarPass.com and found out about the event early, they could have ordered their port and had it with them. So yes, you can do that.
Nice.
And we have our rockstar bloggers. We have Cellar Mistress and My Vine Spot.
Yeah.
And Flawless Crowns with us this afternoon.
Oh, bring it on. Bring it on.
Flawless
Yeah.
Crowns. All right, tell me about this port.
Well, let's see. It's drinking great right now.
Well, after a few shots of whiskey, what wouldn't?
Oh, tough question, yeah. Let's see. We made that in 06, and it was Cab Franc grapes fermenting, and prior to that, in 2000, we distilled some Cab Franc brandy.
Ooh.
So we aged the brandy for 6 years, all the way up to 2006, made the port, or fortified the grapes, same thing, in 2006, put them in used French oak for another 6 years.
Holy moly.
And bottled it in 2012 or 2013.
Somewhere around there.
I forget.
But
yeah.
it's in the bottle now, and it's actually out of the bottle now.
It's
which
in
is
the
even
bottle. It's 2014 right now, so that makes it an 8-year-old. Yeah.
better. I have one of those.
Yeah.
Excellent. It's
You were
delicious.
born 2006?
5.
Oh.
2005.
Yeah, that was close.
Yeah. But he hasn't been in an oak barrel for 6 years, which is good.
If he keeps that up, he will.
It's summertime. What
Yeah.
can we say?
That's cool. It's a lot of wineries make ports, and not a whole lot of wineries have their own still.
No,
So
no, not too many. You guys
we,
are pretty much one of the few and only.
we get to use our own product, which is pretty cool.
Very
you know.
cool.
Well,
Well,
they don't necessarily wait. They also don't use 6-year brandy,
Yeah.
No, not necessarily.
and that shows in this. It's
Yeah,
beautiful.
it
Right
is
on.
absolutely
Thank you.
delicious. Getting some cheerses coming in from our
Yeah.
bloggers out there. In our industry, we get a lot of hashtag WWs on Wednesdays, which typically stands for Wine Wednesday, but today especially it is Whiskey Wednesday.
Yeah.
Marko's also brought with him some fantastic whiskeys that we can't wait to try. And Cellar Mistress is ready to get her sip on. That's awesome. And I think I heard that My Vine Spot might be doing the moonwalk later. That
Sweet.
is all good. The port is lovely and is begging for a medium-bodied cigar. And I know that you guys considered shipping cigars with the port, and that would have probably been spot on.
Oh, we didn't?
No.
I'm sorry.
There was a hesitation. Was not sure, but I said rock on, do it next time for sure.
We'll do that for sure next time.
Absolutely. Is this made in the same fashion as traditional port?
Well, how we make it is we get the grapes to about 26 bricks, and then we crush them and destem them. We'll destem them and then crush them, and then we let them ferment to a certain point at about 12% alcohol, or actually 12 bricks, and then right at around 12 bricks, then we'll press out the fermenting wine, and then we'll fortify that with the brandy to stop the fermentation right around 10 bricks. You know, if you can catch it in 2 bricks, that's good.
That is good.
Yeah.
And for those who don't really know what we're talking about in bricks, we're not talking about building buildings, but can you explain what the bricks are? And why
Bricks is a measurement of dissolved solids. For all practical purposes in the wine industry, we consider that the sugar, what level of sugar are in the grapes.
Got it.
And at about 12 bricks, then that's when we like to try and shut it down. If you have a fermentation that stops by itself, it's called stuck fermentation.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And if you purposely stop the fermentation, it's called an arrested fermentation.
Oh, it's arrested development.
Yeah.
They need to
Oh,
move
yeah.
the sitcom to wine country.
I know, right? That'd be awesome.
Arrested
Too
fermentation.
funny. Arrested fermentation.
Fridays at 9.
We got some great questions coming. Was that a snort?
That was a snort.
But instead of driving the airline thing around with the truck with the
The
ramp up to the
gondola.
plane, yeah, you'd have to be driving around like the
Crusher.
harvester,
The harvester.
Harvester
or a
would be
forklift.
sweet.
Well, the harvester would be even
Harvester
funnier.
would be
Yeah,
sweet.
yeah, rolling
Blocking
into town.
traffic.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Nobody in front of you for miles.
So if there's any producers watching this right now, we've got a whole new idea for a wine country sitcom. Watch out, Mom. We'll take you out. That's awesome. How do we store this beautiful port now that it's open?
Oh, well, you know, with the cork in it because, well, or not. You know,
Drink it?
Drink it. It's a 375 milliliters, so
Shouldn't take you too long.
yeah, it's not going to take too long. But if you do want to hold on to it after you open it and you don't finish it, what's that gas? Private preserve.
Gas it a little bit. to seal
Gas it, and then put the cork back in because we use a great bar top cork for that, and for that product, and just gas it, and it'll last without oxidizing. I don't know, maybe 3 more weeks.
Oh, that's actually pretty
Depends
good.
on the temperature, you know.
And if you don't gas it, what would
If
you
you don't
say?
gas it and you leave a cork in there, and it's summertime, then you know it's gonna start oxidizing fast.
You got a couple of days, maybe a week.
You have
tops.
22 hours.
22 hours.
Yes.
Oh man, clock is ticking. You got 22 hours to drink your bottle.
Another new show.
22 hours.
22 hours.
Can you drink your wine?
Even less time.
Will it oxidize?
Oh, yeah, you got a bunch of terrorists stopping you from getting to your wine.
No!
Yeah.
Too funny. For the
Excuse
port,
me.
question coming in from My Vine Spot.
Hey, my vine spot.
Yeah, what would you say the ideal serving temperature is for the port, and how long will it keep after it's open? Well, we know 22 hours
Cellar Plus. So
56 degrees.
72 degrees. I don't know, right around there. Not too hot, but definitely.
Comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, this, I don't know what temperature this is,
Cool
but it's
enough
drinking
that
great.
you could wear a sweater if you wanted
Yes.
to, but you don't necessarily have to.
Yeah. Well, what temperature is the wine?
Yes.
Oh.
Or outside.
He's thinking about sitting on the porch smoking a cigar.
About 65 degrees, just cool enough to have a fire pit on.
Yeah, fire pits are definitely appropriate. But yeah, just above cellar temp, below, just a pinch below room temp works out. Probably the best.
Probably the best. Excellent.
Is that what you say this would be? This temp?
Yeah.
Room temp plus?
Yeah, I think right now, yeah. I think
It doesn't need to be
great.
warmer.
But I'm surprised you say 22 hours for this, because I mean, I've always enjoyed ports and love to watch how they evolve over like a couple weeks.
Well, yeah, but we've done that aging, you know, and after
Because it's so many years.
Yeah, after
These are
we made it,
old
we made it in 2006, and then put it in old French oak for 6 years already.
Yeah.
So it's,
That
you
makes
know,
sense.
it's I mean, if you look at it, it's not a ruby port.
No.
You know, it's definitely tawny.
Yeah.
It's still clear hue at the very end of it, on the top of it, and it's, you know, it's going to oxidize faster. I mean,
Yeah.
granted, you probably could hold on to it for a week or two and see what goes on, and there'll be some changes. But
But your prime drinking is probably within that first
I
day
just,
or two.
yeah, I mean, I like it.
And like you said, it's a 375?
Yeah.
Well, with a 375 and the quality and the flavor on
It
this
could be
thing,
gone in 4 hours.
Yeah, it's not going to last long.
Yeah.
It's really
It may
good.
not be
Oh,
a
thank you.
problem.
I think it's really stellar.
It's
Yeah, I mean, you have 4
fantastic.
people that are drinking it. It's
What do we
yeah,
think
it's
out
not
here in
going to
studio
last.
audience? Yeah, it's delicious. Absolutely.
Yeah, you know, it's not really sticky sweet, and I
No.
think, you know, a lot of dessert wines when they're made could really benefit by having the pH adjusted. You know, adjust the acidity, make it clean instead of, you know, syrupy, making your tongue want to stick to the roof of your mouth and stuff.
This, I mean, you don't need dessert. This is dessert. This is absolutely divine. Shout outs. Questions. We have, Flawless Crowns is coming in with, the French oak makes such a nice appearance on this port. What made 2006 so unique for you guys to select that year?
We had a friend who had extra Cab Franc grapes available, and we had time to make some wine in 2006. So having the availability of Cab Franc grapes and having time to do it, and had space to put the barrels away that year, all the stars lined up, and I think we made about 30 barrels.
We've got a very special request from probably the most special blogger. Little Miles is wanting to say hi. So
Hey, buddy. How's it going, little buddy? Wish you were here.
excellent. That is awesome. Hey, Little Miles. Wish you were here.
Miles Harvey. He's a trip. He loves the bottling line.
Oh, I bet.
He's got his hot chocolate, and he's just pushing those cases through.
Training him now already.
Yeah, he's like, he comes back, he gets excited, there's another case coming out, 15 seconds later, he's like,
It never stops.
He comes back, keeps pushing, he's like, there's no, he just, yeah, it's
And
awesome.
how old is he now?
He'll be 3.
Oh my goodness. That is awesome.
Yeah.
So
Great
cute.
age.
Yeah,
They're
it's
super
fun.
fun.
It's
They're
fun.
super fun at
He's
that
a
age.
sweet little guy.
My Vine Spot's chiming in with sweet black plum
Oops,
jam and dark cherries, chocolate toffee, nice richness, contrasting acidity, delish, and lip smacking.
Whoa, well, thank you.
Yeah, it should be in the tasting notes, I think.
Yeah, Jenny, did you get that?
Yeah, I think Giselle nailed it.
Yeah,
That's a great
definitely couldn't have
descriptor.
said it better myself. I'm just enjoying the aromas on this so much.
I don't know what happened to mine, but.
Uh-oh.
You spilled a bunch down
Oh,
here.
yeah,
Oh,
right.
there it is. Whoa, that's funny.
Tristan will get it.
So, Marco, you've been playing in the fine beverage business for a while, I'd say.
Yeah.
When did you start making your first alcoholic yumminess?
Oh, thanks. Well, Charbay started in '83, so I was 10 when Mom and Dad decided to start Charbay. Prior to that, though, my dad was a winemaker at some wineries up in Mendocino County, and prior to that, in the '70s, he was in a couple wineries here in Napa Valley, and then in the Big Valley. And so I was born in Modesto when my dad was a winemaker for UV, and so it's always been where,
Just what you do.
yeah, just always been around the tanks and the grapes and.
Well, what was
and
the
everything.
first thing you crafted on your own?
Probably beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, in high school.
Perfect.
Well,
You were popular.
I had the resources, and
Well, he didn't graduate until he was 25, so it was totally legal.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
The-
yeah, after
right.
I got
Fourth freshman
carded at the bottle shop, they wouldn't
Yeah.
sell to me anymore. So I was
Oh.
like, man, we need to figure something out here. So,
I'll make it
you know,
myself.
we're
Thank
just
you
gonna
very
make
much.
it up on the hill. So started making beer, and then figuring out more and more that beer was actually what distilleries were using to make whiskey. And I'd always had a fascination with American whiskey distilling and stuff because we never did it. We did brandy distilling, which was, very European in style. And so, it was always intriguing to me. And so this one day I was making a batch of beer, and I asked my dad, why can't I distill this beer that I just made? It tastes really good. He's like, it's got hops in it. You don't do it. No one does that.
No.
You just don't do that.
If you've ever
So
met
it's
Miles, I can see the nose
sweet.
going.
No.
No.
No. So, no.
You found your inspiration.
No. Yeah. Yeah.
After you collected enough no's, you had some whiskey.
Yeah, once you get like 27 no's, then you're good to go. But it was like, well, okay. And we later in life found the opportunity to grab 20,000 gallons of Pilsner beer from the Sonoma Mountain Brewery, Benzinger's microbrewery.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And they had a great brewery there. We took 20,000 gallons of their beer and double distilled it in a copper pot still, alembic pot still, Charente still, and made whiskey out of it, a Pilsner beer. And the TTB didn't know what to do with us.
They said no.
Yeah, they're like, no.
So 27 no's
no,
later.
you're not. You can't be whiskey. You're not bourbon. You're definitely not Scotch and Irish. We're gonna put you in the flavored whiskey class. It's
Oh.
a separate class, just like whiskey is a class and gin is a class. Flavored whiskey is a class.
Good to know.
And then they said, well, do you have hops in there? We're like, hell yeah, it's got hops in there. They're like, okay, then you need to say it's hop-flavored whiskey.
Oh,
It's not a very sexy term.
But
Everyone
it's-
thinks, when you see something that says, something flavored something, that it's,
An additive to
country
it or
time,
something, yeah.
flavor and stuff. And
this is not country.
no,
Well,
no offense to country time. And
they make a
so
mighty fine powdered lemonade.
that stuff really smells good. I mean, it's good. So yeah, we've been hop flavored whiskey for 16, 17 years, and been going at it for
A long time now.
a while now, and
it's
what
rockin'.
I love to do.
Yeah, we got some more coming in here. What would you pair with the port?
Oh, cigars,
Chocolate?
chocolates, chocolate raspberry
Rum
tart,
balls. Your mom's rum balls.
rum balls. Yep, rum balls with uncut rum.
That's the only way.
Yeah, she was like,
There's any other?
I tried one this one time. I'm like, oh man, Mom, what bottle did you use? She's like, that one over there. I'm like, that's uncut. It's like 148 proof. She's like, oh, no wonder they wouldn't ball up. I'm like, well.
Ironically,
Yeah.
when I drink 140 proof rum, I actually do ball up. I go into the fetal
Yeah,
position.
Oh,
What did
yeah.
I do? Rum balls would be excellent. Chocolate, cigars,
Yeah,
lively friends,
desserts.
and a fireside chat.
Oh, yeah, campfires,
Yep.
bonfires.
This got to go in the camping backpack for sure.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've never had a Cab Franc port.
This is
I think it's
delicious.
Cool, thank you.
Absolutely.
just so good.
Thank you. That's the
One-
distiller's
One
point.
of our readers from Flawless Crowns said he loves to pair port with dark chocolate. What do you guys suggest? Well, I would suggest the LaBelge dark chocolate because it's probably one of the creamiest, most decadent dark chocolates I've had, and I have had a lot of chocolate. So I do kind of consider myself an aficionado. But I think that their balance of sweetness, because it's not too sweet, and the creaminess would really set this off beautifully, I think. Anybody else have any suggestions on dark chocolate? Oh, I shut you guys
Well,
up now, didn't I?
Yeah.
I have a thing for
Sign me
salt
up.
on chocolate. So
Salt, caramel, chocolate.
Yeah.
salt,
Yeah.
sea salt,
Sea salt would be
special
good.
salts on chocolates.
Absolutely. Or sea salt caramel chocolate. That would actually probably be the bomb.
Yeah.
That would be. Sign me up.
So dark sea salt caramel chocolate, you can actually get that from La Belge. Not that I'm going to plug them too much, but they're awesome, and you can get that from them, and it is divine. Some more feedback. In my opinion, the Charbay 2006 Distiller's Port is a nice solitary sipper and a complete dessert in and of itself.
There you go. Yeah.
I agree.
Stand alone.
Stand
That's a
alone.
fun one. That's a good one too. Thank you.
Yep, that also goes in the notes.
Yeah.
Giselle, I think you got a new job writing the notes for Charbay.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what we pair it with when we have dinners, but geez, by then I just usually
it's
don't
cigar.
remember. Yeah, it's usually the cigars by the fire works really well for
And what do
me.
you start with before dinner?
Oh, man.
You can talk on camera.
Yeah, well.
He has a lot of options.
Yeah. Where do we start? Maybe the vodkas. We've got some tequila now.
Tell us about
What?
the tequila. Yeah, they're making tequila.
Yeah.
Real tequila.
See, I like tequila. That's
Oh, really?
That's my favorite.
Joel,
spirit.
you got to get some of this.
Tequila.
Oh, the Tapatio.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
I met Carlos Camarena in Jimmy's Tequila Bar in Aspen one day, and that we think it was in '03, maybe '04. And he is the owner and master distiller of Tequila Tapatio and El Tesoro and Ocho and a couple other private label projects, but mostly Tapatio and El Tesoro at the La Alteña distillery. And we were talking about distilling, and most of the time when you distill something, methanol is a smaller molecule than ethanol. So methanol will boil first at a lower temperature. So you always know your methanol comes out in the heads in the beginning of the run and then distillation. But with tequila, it doesn't. It's completely opposite. And
I didn't know that.
oh, it is bizarre. It's totally bizarre.
Well,
And
tequila
so,
can be bizarre, or it can make you be bizarre
well,
when you're having tequila.
yeah, and I was like, what are you talking? I'm like, oh my God, are you serious, Carlos? I'm like, come on, man. It's like methanol comes out in the heads. It's the lower boiling point. It's going to come out first. I'm like, no, it comes out in the tails. I'm like, well, I don't know what you were doing down there. And he's like, well, come on down and do it yourself. So, so my dad got to go down there, and then through the years, we got to hang out and more family discussions, distilling family history of like how Grandpa did it, you know, and all the trials and dealing with the law and stuff and making everything work. And we finally took a GC and ran every 5 minutes. We did a test to find out where the methanol was in the tequila, because we went down there and started to distill our own Charbay tequila, and in the heads. No methanol. Thanks. This is not right. It's physically not right. And then in the middle of the run, no methanol. And then all of a sudden, you know, towards the tails, it just spiked. The methanol shot out, and it blew out, and then it was all collecting in the tails. And Carlos was like,
Told you so.
"That's tequila, Cardinal." Jeez, it's unbelievable. So what we're thinking, I talked to a couple chemist friends and a doctorate in chemistry, and what everyone's thinking these days is during the fermentation of agave, there is a shell that is synthesized around the methanol molecules during the fermentation, that it takes a certain amount of heat to melt that shell, and once that shell melts, then that methanol violently vaporizes and then comes through the still and starts coming out at the end of the run.
Wow.
Totally bizarre.
And that, my friends, is how you get tequila.
And that's how you make tequila.
Wow. But I have to say, my favorite line out of this, and I think you could have a blog headline right here. You said, "Distilling family history."
Yes.
Yeah, that flips around pretty nicely.
Yeah.
That's a good headline.
That is very cool. Absolutely.
Yeah. Since 1751,
Wow.
my family's been making booze.
Wow.
In
It goes
Serbia.
back a long, long
Yeah,
time.
it's a living.
Marko, when you're not distilling things,
Yeah.
what do you like to do?
Well, fantasize about fishing. You know,
Not actually fishing, but just
maybe
fantasize about
maybe
it.
He catches
going-
more that way.
Maybe, yeah. Oh, so I hooked a big one yesterday.
Should have seen it. It was this big,
And
I swear.
landed it. Lately, working around the house, but you know, we just bought a house up in Ukiah, so we're 8 minutes away from the distillery, which is super nice.
Very
And
cool.
yeah, it's really nice. Love going to Mexico. Love distilling. So being in Mexico and distilling is two of my favorite things. And
Win-win-win there.
And you're in
Yeah.
Jalisco. Do you ever roll into PV?
I don't get that far. I usually just get to the airport in Guadalajara and you know, try and make it home.
In one piece.
Well, you got to go to PV. Puerto Vallarta has great food.
Oh yeah, there's Los Arbolitos.
Oh, that's our.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's like our favorite restaurant.
So
up in,
much fun.
It's up in the.
Yeah, up in the hills.
Up in the hills.
Up that way.
Yeah, you got.
I have nothing to add to this conversation.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
And you have to drive through this tunnel that has, you know, typical Mexico, right? No ventilation in this tunnel.
Oh,
Right,
fantastic.
and so you got to.
And you're in a golf cart.
Yeah, and then you get through there, and then you get down, but it's right along the river, and there's that little park, and you
Yeah.
sit up there.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I swear that I've had tortilla soup. Did you ever go there? They actually had a shrine upstairs with all these tequilas, right? Mm-hmm. And
Where's the Charbay tequila?
Well, then you
We
would.
didn't sell any in Mexico.
Oh.
We imported it all.
You're like, it's out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're up in
Yeah.
the barrio in this place.
Yeah.
The food is spectacular, but they literally had like a shrine to tequila there.
Wow.
And it was like, well, what's the deal here? And they said, oh, taste away.
Yeah.
So you would just sit there and you could go through and taste all these tequilas. It was just part of what they had
This
there.
is
'cause
what
you
they
were-
Started out as just a small pinner little place, and now it's that 3-story.
We go down there for a
Amazing.
week and would literally end up going to dinner there 3 times.
Oh my goodness, this sounds
Yeah.
delicious. We'll have to check
Killer.
it out
Yeah.
if ever I go to Mexico.
That's so
Los
funny.
Arbolitos. Yeah.
That's our favorite place.
Small world. All right, gentlemen.
All right.
Let's
Whiskey?
get serious.
It's Whiskey Wednesday time.
Oh.
All right.
All right.
Dun, 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 dun.
So we are moving on to the R5 whiskey. And Marco is going to do a port chaser.
Because I can. Ooh, that's
Don't
good.
try this at home.
Try it at home. That's nice. Follow along.
Are the Cellar
Cheers,
Mistress is
everybody.
asking if the spirits are available out in the market.
Oh, yeah. Mostly in California. We have some in New York. We have charbay.com. Or you give us a call, and we'll gladly try and figure out how to get some product to you wherever you live.
You may have to cross state lines, but it'll be worth it.
Yeah. I mean, the Charbay whiskey that we're drinking, a lot in California gets consumed, and but we'd love to help you out. If you want some, we can find the closest or best way to ship it to you, where
it-
state laws allow.
Ish.
I think you have to either own, and if you don't own a convertible, then you have to rent a convertible when you make the run.
Is that the actual
Or maybe like,
requirement?
what about a convertible pickup?
Perfect. Well, that would be the old 4Runner, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You got to get yourself an old 4Runner.
Yeah.
Pop the top
87 or
off.
97, I forget.
Oh, it'd be
87.
86.
86, 87 was the last year, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
There's your Toyota
What a
car
blur.
history.
Yeah.
And I wasn't thinking Toyota at all.
Oh.
I was thinking
cut it
about
off.
somebody who just went and cut the roof off of the truck. That's
Ding,
what I
ding,
was
ding, ding,
thinking.
ding, ding,
Yeah.
ding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And make the run.
Make the hooch run.
Yeah.
All right, so let us
Yeah.
explore what is in our glass, Marco. What do we have
Well,
here?
like I said before, every whiskey on the planet is distilled from a distiller's beer. So in this case, instead of just using 2-row barley, converting the sugars, fermenting it into a distiller's beer, we took complete bottle-ready Racer 5 IPA
No way.
from Bear Republic Brewery out in Healdsburg, Cloverdale.
One of my favorite breweries.
Hops and all.
Yes.
Racer
Yeah.
5. The
Racer
bomb. Here,
5.
here's the Racer 5.
And that's what's in this glass.
Thanks to the Norgrove family. They are
Thank you.
they are such a treat to work with. They are so nice. PK, all those guys out there at the Bear Republic Brewery. I mean, it's just really a treat to be able to work with them. And not only that, I can have a 6,000-gallon tanker truck show up, and they'll pump in 6,000 gallons of Racer 5, and we can take it to our distillery, and away we go.
That's a lot of ale.
I buy the
That's
biggest
the
can
biggest
I can,
thing ever.
and it comes with a driver and 18 wheels.
I can taste the Racer 5.
Absolutely.
You absolutely
Yes, good
can.
Distillation is
No wonder I love this.
This is
Well,
still
right
absolutely.
on.
Yeah, it's in here.
distillation.
Racer 5 is in
It's 10-to-1 reduction of whatever you distill. So
Right.
you'd better
we
like
go.
what
Oh,
you're
you moved on.
distilling.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, a lot of whiskey is something that you would never drink. Nothing against the Irish, but they don't drink the distiller's beer that goes into the still at Jameson. You know, they've got global distribution. They could bottle that beer. They could instantly get it into the entire world and start being in the beer business, instantly, and start killing it with the beer.
Don't give him any ideas.
But they're not going to do it because that beer is not meant to be consumed as beer. It's meant to, extract the sugars from the barley and ferment it and get it into a 6, 7, 8% alcohol solution and get it through the still and get it into the barrel.
Excellent.
But this,
however,
I want to taste the whiskey. I want to taste what's in the barrel. And I don't want to taste the brand new barrel. I want to taste what's in the barrel. So we use old or used French oak
excellent.
that had Chardonnay in it.
Your Chardonnay? Or anybody's Chardonnay?
Well, that was the first barrel experiment with French oak. Is we had some Chardonnay, I had some D&T. It's my old side whiskey project, and we just pumped out the Chardonnay for the winery. And I got this wet Chardonnay barrel staring at me, and then we had Chardonnay in it for like 8-9 months or something. I'm like, I got some extra whiskey over here in the stainless steel tank.
Needs a home.
I'm gonna French oak age whiskey. Dad's like, don't do that. It's all about American oak barrels. You don't do that. It's like, I'm like, oh, sweet.
Perfect.
Put
I
it
see your
in.
challenge.
Yeah. Put it in for 4 years. Ooh, man, it is a spicy whiskey. It just extracts all the flavors. And a neat thing about using used French oak in the wine industry, wine is normally around 13% alcohol, which means you've got a 77% water solution, which means you're doing a lot of water extraction of this barrel. So all the big water tannins are getting extracted out of the barrel. So after 5 years of use in the wine industry, all those big tannins are gone. Only 13% alcohol solution flavors and colors have been extracted out of the barrel. So when I get the barrel, look at this color. This color is off a
Beautiful.
used French oak barrel. I mean, there's still a ton of color left over. And this is a heavy toast, not a char. Charred barrels are mostly used in the whiskey and spirits industry. Toasts are used in the wine industry. So that's an example of what heavy toast looks like when you put 140 proof whiskey in there for 30 months.
Oh my goodness gracious. My Vine Spot would like Marko to show us the proper way to enjoy a whiskey. Oh dear. You asked.
And repeat.
And there you have it. It's just that easy, folks.
Yeah.
Do you appreciate it?
Oh, I love it. This is great. It was a lot of fun. I get to be drinking during the day. Well,
I did find though that I got a lot better like keeping my nose back than sticking my nose right.
yeah, there's a
it's
certain
good.
angle.
Yeah, you gotta-
there's
right
a,
about here.
and
That's
this
the sweet spot.
and this style of glass too.
It really concentrates.
When you see the legs develop, that means the alcohol is vaporizing, the water is falling back down, so the alcohol is shooting straight up. And so, yeah, at a certain angle, you can get flavors.
There it is.
And if you're too close, you get too
We
close.
figured it out over there.
If you have dry eyes though, get your nose right in there.
Yeah,
Here's it.
Yeah, steer
Yeah.
you right up.
yeah.
your studio audience is having an awful lot of fun with this today.
Yeah.
I see she's already taken on to the bonus bottle here in the back 40.
Oh, did you tap into the oh, that's, well, what we're drinking here is this 99 proof version. What we have over there is the 132 proof version.
The nitro.
So, yeah, it's contact sport. It's true.
And there was no heads up to wear a helmet.
No.
So are there any steps
Product
in
of the 70s.
identifying the nose?
Product of the 70s.
Yeah.
Leather helmet.
Leather helmet.
Yeah.
Tassels.
So if you were to walk anybody through the steps of a full
Well, I did
appreciation
bring
of the
my
whiskey,
tassels.
where would you start? Obviously with the bottle.
The bottle is so amazing. I want you to throw the bottle away. I want you to drink the whiskey. You know, you can get another bottle.
Okay.
Where do we go? Well, you know, the flavors that are coming off of this thing is totally bizarre. This release right here is the Lot 511, as in we distilled it in May of 2011. And when we were distilling it, these huge flavors of lychee and dried papaya flavors were coming out of the still, you know, in the distillate. And it was really one of the most tropical tasting spirits I've ever tasted. So I talked to the guys at Berry Republic. I'm like, what's up with the lychee flavors and the dried papaya, the super tropic flavors that are coming off this? Like, oh yeah, that was this one strain of yeast that we use every once in a while. It one of the byproducts of fermentation, some of the esters are papaya and lychee flavors. So compounded with the hops, which give off a green, fruity, floral spiciness. You got the tropical flavors from the yeast. You have the malt flavors from the two-row barley. You got clove, nutmeg, cinnamon, vanilla, smoky, toasted nut flavors from the barrel. You compound those all together and let it barrel age for about 30 months. And that's what we're drinking live.
This is absolutely delicious, and we're just drinking this straight up.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no floof here, and it's actually quite enjoyable.
Yeah, if you want to put a cube of ice in there, that's
will.
you're drinking all that, right? Yeah, she's just thinking that's a glass of Chardonnay.
I'm gonna use my hands; it'll be easier.
We'll share. We'll share with you on that
All
one.
right, they're clean. I washed them before I did this.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, you're welcome. Joel?
You're watering it down.
Yeah,
We're going to check it out.
no dilution,
welcome.
no pollution.
There you go.
But,
Just
yeah, that one put a lot in there.
There we go. All right, we got some more feedback come in. I love it. Is making whiskey out of beer a unique thing? I've never heard of it coming from Cellar Mistress.
Well, a lot of people don't like to talk about the fact that whiskey is distilled from beer. You know, it's just it's a vehicle for distilleries to create alcohol and then run it through the still and get it through get it to the barrel and get it in the bottle. This method of making whiskey is extremely expensive because you know, the Berry Republic needs to be paid, as they should. And you know, I don't know how much it costs to make a normal gallon of distiller's beer these days, but I would venture it probably being, let's just call it 42 cents a gallon or something like that. You know, we're paying like over $4 a gallon.
Wow.
Yeah,
So it's
for
definitely
Racer 5.
ultra
Yeah,
premium.
you know, and it makes a huge
Well,
difference.
quality of your product always makes a difference. When you're cooking, you don't want to just use
Yeah.
you know, any old ingredient. If you use the best, you get excellent quality
Yeah.
ingredient product, and this is definitely showing here.
You know, if you go to a whiskey distillery and go, hey, I want to taste the distiller's beer, you know, chances are that's not part of the tour because it's not really something that
They're prepared to.
they want you to taste.
They're like, yeah, no.
You know, and you know, good for them if they're like, hey, no problem, you want to taste it, give it a whirl. We don't drink it, but
They're all
you know,
laughing in the back,
it's-
like, get one on this guy.
Suckers.
Who
Watch
knew?
this, we got a live
Crazy
wire.
people. It's funny. My Vine Spot says I'm definitely picking up on the lychee fruit big time.
Oh,
Which
right
is
on.
very
It's
cool.
bizarre, isn't it? You
Yeah.
can smell it when you take the top out of the
It's just
bottle,
like,
too. If you smell it right in the bottle, it really comes out.
That is so cool. Beautiful nose on the R5 hop flavored whiskey from Flawless Crowns.
Thank you.
Yeah, and beautiful nose from Cellar Mistress. Love it. And
A lot of ladies like this whiskey because there's more to it than just barrel. No, I'm serious. You get a lot of women that trust me.
Well, call me a lady.
Hey,
You know?
The ladies
Not
love
you know,
it.
not you know.
Call me one too.
Okay.
Jeez. Yeah. Kids love it too.
Oh dear Lord, not
you know,
good.
But there's so much more flavor involved here versus just like what kind of barrel are you using? What kind of how long have you been barrel aging this in a brand new Char 3 barrel from Missouri? You know, it's just there's so much more going on, and it's not all about the barrel. That's what my problem with modern whiskey is around the world. It's all about the barrel, sherry
put
barrel,
anything
port
in there,
barrel,
but it's
this
a barrel.
that barrel there. Oh, we double barrel, there's barrel. You know, it's like, come on.
I double-barreled arrow.
What's
Dare ya?
about what about what's in the barrel? We're not buying staves. We're not chewing the wood. We're drinking the booze, and that comes out of the barrel. So, make that the focus. Is what I want to do,
And that's
so
what you're
we do.
doing.
Yeah.
My Vine Spot, I've read several articles on spirits and food pairing. Don't try it myself, however. What would you pair with this?
Oh, steaks, chicken, bonfires.
Pizza.
Pizza works great. Marshmallows.
Oh, yeah.
Marshmallows.
Totally buffalo wings. Definitely Tristan says marshmallows. I agree with him. He knows.
But it is 99 proof, so you want to stay
Yeah.
back a bit from the campfire.
Yeah, well, it makes a nice blue flame because it's pure. The reason it's 99 proof is for making cocktails. If you add ice, you're not totally diluting it down past 80, well, you are, but it's not starting at 80 proof. It's at 99 proof, and you can make you can make great cocktail, or you can put it on the rocks, and it won't totally dilute out and fade out.
let's talk
Especially like the
about
one you're
cocktails.
drinking right there, 132 proof, with a little bit or a lot of ice.
Drooling over that one
Yeah.
right now. I'm like,
That one works really well. Manhattans I do 4-to-1, 4 parts whiskey, 1 part vermouth, with just a little bit, like barely a dash of bitters, because there's not much oak that you have to dominate and balance the flavor of. So by using a little bit of vermouth and maybe a dash, or maybe even not even a dash, depends on what vermouth you prefer or like or have. It makes it super delicate,
or what
very
bitters
floral.
you use, too.
Yeah.
Because now they have so many flavors and bitters. I mean, I went to go buy bitters a couple weeks ago, and I was just floored at all of the options.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
has
there's
exploded.
Orange bitters and lime bitter. I mean, there are all these different flavor profiles, and I was like, I want to buy them all, but
Hemp bitters.
Holy moly!
Yep.
All the bitters, and adding a little
Makes a
water
real
to the
delicate
whiskey.
Manhattan.
It does. Oh, I can't wait to try it. That might be tonight's evening cocktail.
Don't forget to stir them.
I never forget to stir
Okay.
them. I've been trained by the best.
Okay.
All right, Cellar Mistress is adding a little water to the whiskey and saying it really opens up the flavors for her. Absolutely.
It does.
It does. It really does.
You know, as you dilute something, it releases energy, and when it releases energy, it vaporizes the alcohol. So once you're starting to splash water into it, that's when you want to smell it and taste it. You don't want to add water to it and hold on to it for half an
like
hour
that
and don't
moment.
drink it. You want to drink it when it's happening, because again, you're lowering the alcohol content. That's removing heat, and all the flavors are vaporizing at that moment.
That is incredible. Flawless Crowns is coming with Bravo on the R5.
Thank
but
you.
Would really like to talk about what cocktails you would make with the R5.
Jeez,
you're a
barely,
purist.
barely a Manhattan. I don't have too much vermouth around all the time. I like drinking it neat, and I like using an ice cube. You know.
Joel, what would you do?
Well, first of all, I want to say, I'm
And we got to talk about Dress to the Vines. What would you wear with this?
Well, I said call me a lady earlier, so I think there would have to be something, kind of warm and silky.
Going in.
I don't know, or maybe
Warm
what,
and
silk?
silky.
Maybe silk.
Nice.
Something long and silky. That's what I've got.
Kimono.
But I have to say that
Enough.
I'm really actually not, when it comes to spirits, I'm more of a tequila guy, right?
Right.
And I'm not a whiskey person. And I have to say, this has really turned me. And when you start talking about the barrels and all that stuff, this is just absolutely doing it for me.
Thank you.
I absolutely love this, and
Are you ready to upgrade
I'm
to the bonus round?
I'm kind of blown away.
Ah.
I really am.
Well, right on. Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it makes total sense to me to use fantastic beer that you like to drink, and then you spend all this time and money and effort distilling this beer that you like to drink. Why do you want to dominate all those super delicate top notes of all those amazing hops that you just paid for with, you know, Super Char 3 Missouri
You're
White
gonna
Oak?
like this.
Yeah, I've been turned today.
Yeah.
All right, so this is our bonus round. We'll sip on this while we're talking about Dressed to the Vines.
Okay.
So Joel is here to tell us about probably one of the best summer events in this valley, and it is Dressed to the Vines 2. And Joel, take it away.
Well, cheers. Let me
Cheers.
take
Oh, yeah,
take
take
a sip
of this.
Cheers to this.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers to you guys.
Cheers to the sound editor, camera, hookup, satellite direct genius over there behind the
Producer
camera.
extraordinaire,
Yeah.
Jellyman in the corner.
Sober one.
Here's
I'm the
our,
sober one. I'm the sober one.
Sober J.
Sober Jelly.
Sober one Kenobi.
So we want Kenobi. I'm going to get you a
here's a little
shirt.
visual.
Yeah.
This is our weekend. We've got a great weekend coming up with Dress to the Vines.
Oh, it's going to be out of this world. You guys really hit it out of the park this year.
This is year 2. The whole goal first year was to also spread it all out around town, and we're really excited. We're Thursday, June 26th. We're kicking it off at Bartisono, and we've partnered up with them for their dive bar party poolside. So it's Dive Party 2.
I can't wait to go.
Dive Party, Fashion Party 2. That's it.
Yeah, fashion party too.
And yeah, and it's really cool. We're actually our part of it. There's going to be swimwear, fashion show, eyewear, all that stuff. You know, popping shades, all those good stuff. Poolside to kick off summer.
Break out my
It
best
is-
bathing suit.
I'm thinking it's going to be pretty sexy, as long as I don't get in a suit. But what we're doing.
Gonna wax up the little head there.
Polish it up.
Sweet.
And so what we're going to do is we're actually going to, with Mary Orland, who is the wine writer and fragrance writer for Huffington Post, and she is pairing our wines with parfumist Sarah Horowitz out of Hollywood.
Oh.
And so we've got, and what it is these, I know.
You're doing that up
say
at the dive
you don't
bar
wear,
that night?
You don't wear fragrances, you know, and
Yeah,
stuff
it's-
around wine, all that stuff. Well, that's because you don't know what you're going to be drinking. And things can clash just like food will clash, right? With flavors.
I was blown away when you guys put this on last year, and I was skeptical. I'll be honest. I was like, really? Fragrance is like the absolute sacred rule you're breaking
Right.
here, and to pick up the notes and the fragrances that you were tasting in the wines,
Wow.
like just. It shook my world. It was pretty amazing.
It blows people's minds, and what it does is, and she really developed this to help with scent memory. So when you're looking for something, like when you're talking about a certain essence or something in the beverage that you're sipping, and you pair that correctly with the right parfum, because
Parfum, of course.
I mean, Sarah Horowitz actually creates custom fragrances to the person.
Oh, I can't wait to meet her.
So she's like,
Wow.
she gets into your body chemistry.
You are so in trouble.
I smell like whiskey. I think.
Yeah. Here, let me get this.
So whiskey base.
Or let me throw it in the air and walk through it.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that works out so well.
Yeah.
I'm going to atomize her.
Yeah. So that's fun. But one of our premier events, we're doing a really, really intimate dinner at Lucy at Bartisono on Friday night, and we are going to have an amazing designer out of town, Marta Capel, excuse me, and she does amazing shirts, all these things, but she uses nothing but the finest cottons. And she's actually going to talk about how fine cottons have now really gone to this place where it's like terroir. of where that cotton comes
wow.
from, where it's going, and now actually 100% fine cottons are becoming
Quite the commodity.
yeah, and very rare.
Absolutely.
And there's actually designers and
There
people
is a
and
difference.
people who have been hoarding the cotton.
Oh my god, cotton hoarders?
Cotton hoarders.
Wow.
Next show on Bravo. Man, we're coming up with all the shows.
Oh yeah, we got that.
Cotton hoarders. Cotton hoarders.
Fabric
The
wars.
show is nothing but fluff.
Oh!
All right. So here we go. So that's going to be a great dinner. But then their chefs at Lucy are actually going to also go over, because it's the wine, dine, and design dinner. It's our tastemaker dinner, and they're actually going to go through and show how they design their plates.
Wow.
And and it's all about presentation with the foods, especially in
Right.
beautiful restaurants like Lucy.
It's an art form in presentation. It's pretty amazing.
Absolutely. And then we're also going to go through the process of how we design our signature blends, like our table for four, our jewel blends, which are really like our left bank, right bank style Bordeaux.
What wines are you pairing?
We're going to be doing we're going to do our table for four. We're also going to do our I believe we're doing our Manny's blend, which is, we have this cult following with our Manny's blend, which is actually a Zin Petit Syrah blend that people just go nuts over.
Manny, is that the grower?
Yeah, it was originally Manny's. Manny the grower.
Lives in St. Helena?
Yeah.
Do you know Manny?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Manny's
We
blend.
get cab from him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
Love that guy.
Yeah. Well, that's worthy of a name.
Nice. Nice.
Worthy of a name.
Wow.
We're also going to do a little sneak peek of like some of our from Handwritten, our other winery here in St. Helena.
Delicious.
And really great stuff. We're going to sneak peek some of that stuff. We have a new Sauv Blanc that is really kind of a blend of some barrel-aged Sauv Blanc and stainless steel that we've blended. And of course, it's handwritten wines, and it's a brand new Sauv Blanc that we
Can't wait
call
to try
the
that.
Author.
The author.
We call it the Author, and we really kind of
Fantastic.
came up with that because Sauv Blanc and Cabernet Franc were the parents to Cabernet Sauvignon. So the Author, right? That
That works.
yeah, it's marketing. We're
We'll
always
go
working
with
yeah,
it.
That's what we're doing. So
Absolutely.
we're gonna show those
It's gonna
off.
be awesome.
Oh, it's going to be an awesome dinner. It's really intimate, and that's great. Then Saturday morning, if we have dog lovers out there, canines,
Oh yes, this is awesome.
we are going to do, well, the thing about Yountville is that it's off Highway 29, so it's very stroll friendly.
All the little
It's
parks
a
that
walking,
kinda
it's
stitch
like
together.
the city is a mile to mile on the city limit. And then the stroll downtown is short, and it's very dog friendly.
Yes.
And I mean, it's a big part of it. Even the luxury resorts, everything dog friendly.
You have to be.
It's amazing. So we're going to do the Dress to the Canines stroll, and we're going to start at Jessup. Then we're going to walk down to V Marketplace. We're going to be led by Mayor John Dunbar, his wife Robin, and the first dog of Yountville.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. And so we're going to do a photo shoot, have fun with that. We're going to have an impromptu best dressed canine down there.
Love it.
Then we're going to roll into Sisters Boutique, and we're going to do a whole thing on how to achieve that sun-kissed look for summer.
Oh.
Yeah. And I've been told that one of the keys is lip gloss for that. So
It
I
is.
know that there's
It
some
is.
things and maybe some spray tan.
There's a few things,
There's a
tricks
few.
that you can use, but absolutely.
So yeah, they're
Your
gonna,
summer makeup is completely different than what you would do, say, in the fall or winter. Absolutely.
Right. We're going to have a jewelry designer there with a little pop-up, and we're going to have fun with that. But then our big closing night event is, if you don't know, Jessup Cellars has a beautiful art gallery.
It does.
And it's intimate. And our in-house, our resident artist and curator, Cynthia Carey, is creating her second collection of Fashion is Art. So this is Fashion is Art 2. This is the opening of the exhibition. It's going to run for several months. Amazing stuff. I mean, she creates stuff out of like 17th century sheet music.
Just
and
amazing what she comes up
creating
with.
shells. And last year she did a full, gigantic panel of a gown, and she gold leafed the whole
Beautiful.
gown,
Absolutely gorgeous.
with butterflies coming up out of the bosom. And that's now in a beautiful boutique in Colorado as their main,
that's where it
showcase
ended up.
piece for the
Nice.
So that's going to be amazing. We have 5 of the top boutiques here in the Napa Valley.
This is very exciting.
Who are all going to show
A little sip and shop action.
well, they're gonna, we're gonna be sipping, Jessup Cellars wines and
Heck
all.
yeah.
But They're going to show 5. Each one's going to do 3 of their favorite looks for summer. And the best thing is CellarPassTV is going to webcast the show.
We are. We're going to be there. We'll be broadcasting live, so you get to see us again in all of our fashionista-ness. So it's
Yes.
going to be fantastic. And the great thing is these tickets are available on CellarPass.com as
Yes.
we speak.
Yeah.
So get your tickets. The dive bar already gone, sold out. That's over. So
That's-
you want to
that's rolling.
definitely. I mean, these events
Nice.
sell out every year. So definitely, if you're interested, and it is a hoot. And if you love fashion and you like to be seen and see who's there, this is the event you want to be at. So get your tickets now. And Marco, I know we're in bonus round. What are we drinking here?
Whoa, excuse me. 15 years old whiskey.
15 years old whiskey.
Yeah, distilled from
What?
Pilsner beer, hops and all.
So this was the Pilsner you were talking about.
This is the one. So back in 1999, that's when we started distilling whiskeys out of bottle-ready finished beers.
Wow, this is absolutely delicious.
This is full barrel strength.
Yes, it is.
So it was put in the barrel for 6 years, and then we took it out and put it into a stainless tank for another 6 years, and then bottled it last year.
Wow, it's a baby.
And we were all thinking about Y2K when you were doing all this.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, why
When's
not?
the power going to go out?
Not my problem.
You know, 150 proof.
We're gonna do this.
Got a 1,000,000 BTU burner. It doesn't take power, so it's all good.
That's awesome.
The world could shut down. We're making blues.
And are we announcing the winners for the tickets, or are we going to put that on Facebook?
Facebook.
All right. So for those of you who entered our contest to win tickets to the opening night and fashionista
Bash.
bash, thank you. I knew I was missing a word there. Sorry, the whiskey. It's not wine. Please tune in. Go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/CellarPass, to see if you are one of the lucky winners. So we will be announcing that tomorrow morning. And so, wow, this is amazing. So would you make a cocktail with this?
No.
No?
Nope. There's
way, Jose?
there's only sadly about 200 cases for the world
Is that it?
of this. Yeah.
That is very sad,
And
actually.
so, and at 132 proof, it drinks great by itself or with a Cuba ice, and it would make a
Deionized
fantastic.
ice.
Hey, it would make a fantastic cocktail, no doubt. But
But you don't want to use it up that
it's
quickly.
not what it's designed to do.
No, this is a sipper.
Yeah.
An absolute evening
Yeah.
sipper.
May I get a cube?
You make it a cube. Let's try it with some ice, shall
Where
we?
do you find the whiskey in Napa Valley?
The whiskey 3,
Yeah,
for sale
just at a bar.
at a bar.
Is anybody doing it?
Gander, anything like that?
Yeah, I think Goose and Gander has it. Press,
Oh, I haven't been to press in years. We should totally do
Auberge,
that.
Aubert.
It's depressing.
Take the whiskey away from Joel.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, and then for sale at Helena Wine Center, and Sunshine's got a bottle.
Just
Dean
one?
DeLuca. Yeah, they do a bottle at a time. It's like $400, so they're like, we don't need to buy a 12-pack.
Yeah, I guess
I don't blame you.
It's not cheap.
Yeah,
It's good stuff.
you know where we are. So
You can find us.
we take care of them. Yeah,
Oh, that's very cool.
yeah.
Well, I would like to say it's,
We
not
still have another
ending
bottle
up-
over there.
We do have another bottle. Let's go on to
But
bottle.
wait.
But wait.
There's
more!
more.
All right, I'll let you open that.
Super bonus round.
We're
Yeah.
going into overtime.
Double super bonus
You got the
round.
Super Bowl.
Yeah,
All right,
just
I'm gonna drink a
bottled
little
this. This is a sad moment for me, because this is end of a 16-year run of working with blood orange vodka in a acid etched bottle. This was
It has been the frosted bottle as long as I can
when we
remember.
came out with vodka, there was no Grey Goose, there was no Belvedere or Chopin. Kettle One was the premium vodka on the market, and we came out with making fresh picked fruit flavored vodkas in '98. And after this, I bottled the last 300 cases of this. And then we switched over to our new glass. It's going to be clear, kind of like a Roman column with a window in the front, window in the back. Totally Charbay custom molded bottle. So
So let's open it up.
yeah,
Let's taste
well,
it.
We did, and it works.
It works.
These oranges were grown in Lemon Cove, California, picked this year in February of 2014.
Wow,
And
that's
then
very fresh.
We take them and we shred the whole fruit, skins and all,
Got a little
and
dumper for me.
I do that.
create an extract of the
Sad,
oranges.
That's like $50, so.
Oh, here.
God.
Oh,
wait a minute.
Let's get another glass.
I got a different
Let's get
idea.
another glass.
Hold on, we have more glasses.
That would be alcohol abuse, people.
That would
Yeah,
be.
that would be.
I put mine in my own little cup over here.
So
We're going
here we
into
go.
overtime.
Double bonus overtime.
Oh my gosh. And there's still some notes of the whiskey in here, so it's coming out really
Oh,
spicy.
yeah.
So it's almost like, spiced apple right now. Or not apple, spiced orange.
Fun stuff. This you can drink it neat or in cocktails, like
Ice cube.
Oh,
and
would
just
you like some ice? I already
I have
iced
some
me.
ice.
Yeah. Usually you would use ice tongs for this, so this is not the appropriate way, but we don't really care. So
It's hand to the chef.
Absolutely.
Or, well, hand to the host.
something like that.
yeah.
And after a couple of, bottles of Charbay, you don't mind anymore at all. This is absolutely delicious. We're gonna go ahead and let you see what we're sipping on now.
So yeah, unfortunately we've been out for a while because once we run out, we can't make any more
Because you make it with fresh fruit.
until the oranges are ripe, and that's February here in California.
Yeah.
You know.
So you're just really teasing everybody.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the,
Well,
that's
this is
amazing.
awesome for
That's not
boy,
very
I'd want to be
public.
poolside.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
splash of tonic or a splash of mineral water, it makes fantastic Cosmo.
Oh yeah, and that's actually how I met Marco.
Yeah.
Was over the Blood Orange Cosmos, and he taught me how to make the best cocktails, an art I'm still working on today, and have become quite the mixologist. And so it's all to Marco that I can owe that to, because I did
Aw.
not drink any kind of cocktails until then, and that's how that all began.
Well, that's a good thing.
It is a good thing, and I was taught by one of the best, so I cannot complain.
Give me a pool.
Yeah.
Yep,
And
this
a
is
lounge
definitely,
chair.
oh yeah, poolside, Cosmo, or a little tonic, club soda even.
Oh yeah.
Just simplicity, absolutely delicious.
Orange juice.
It's got
Orange
everything in it.
juice.
Yeah.
Got a little bit of feedback still coming in, trickling in, as I know our bloggers are starting to sign
Passed
off.
out by now.
I know, they're
I'm
done.
amazed he's
Oh.
still around.
We're not.
Yeah, guys, you were supposed to pour a
Professionals.
little bit, not full wine glasses. I know, jeez. Cellar Mistress says it's pretty exciting to taste something so handcrafted. Thank you so much for this experience.
Oh, right on.
Cheers, Cellar Mistress. That's awesome.
Cellar Mistress.
Yeah,
I'm
whoop,
out.
whoop,
I'm
whoop.
out.
We miss you. We wish you were here today.
Yeah.
Play those too.
I'm
Come
sure she's
on
probably by
out.
her poolside right now, being like,
Come on up to the
am.
distillery, up in
Oh,
Ukiah.
yeah.
We're not really open to the public at all, but
For you, we
give
will open.
us a call, and I live up there now, so be fun to have you up.
Absolutely. Well, this has been so much fun, and I know we're going into
Yeah.
overtime, and the extra bonus bottles were amazing. So thank you so much for this treat, Marco.
Right
And
on.
Joel, thank you so much for being here and telling us all
Oh.
about Dress to the Vines, too.
Thank you.
Oh, absolutely.
Loved it.
Oh, this has been
I
fun.
learned a lot.
Yes, this was very educational, and definitely we'll have to play with more of the spirits another time, because this is
Okay.
very cool.
Yep.
Thank you, everybody, so much for joining us today, and catch us again on June 25th. We're skipping a week, but we will be here, and we will have some of my favorite sparkling wines from Gloria Ferrer, and Chef Mike C. will be here to tempt us with some of his amazing culinary awesomeness. I'm your host, Sarah Elliman, the Vineyard Vixen, and this is CellarPassTV. Check out CellarPass.com to find out more. Cheers to you. Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Oh, I'm out.
Uh,
Oh, okay. Here we go.
And there we go.
Cheers.
you're not up.
Problem
Cheers.
solved.